Hello there and welcome. I'm Fly Penguin and this is Neon Abyss. I am stoked for this game. This is a highly anticipated roguelike. It's the kind of thing that's I'm getting advertisements just like targeted right into my cranial cavity because it basically is everything that I'm looking for in a video game. Titan Group took most of my powers and destroyed your family. I'm being spoken to by this Hitman-esque John Wick man here. I need fighters like you to put an end to Titan's reign. We're gonna drink the spooky liquid. So if you haven't been paying attention, or if you haven't caught on to Neon Abyss, it's a roguelike, which, I mean, obviously it's going to already kind of draw my attention that way, with a cyberpunk aesthetic and a kind of a twin stick, almost Metal Slug is kind of what it makes me remember. If you're used to those old school kind of, I guess, arcade cabinets and then flash games after that, looks like we have some different platforming elements as well. I have played a lot of the demo. There was a demo available on the Switch and on Steam. I picked this up for $20 on Steam. You can also pick it up on Switch. It's also on PS4. It's also on the Xbox. All of which are releasing today, July. What day is it? 14th. I've already taken damage. That's a great sign. And so, I have a melee. And so in the demo, I was a little hesitant. There were a few things that kind of didn't really tickle my fancy. I was a little. That's right. I'm gonna go unlock this real fast. We'll pop it open. Yay, we get gold and an egg. In the demo, there were a few things that I was a little bit frustrated by. The platforming was a little loose at times. There were some things that I had issues with the procedural generation, but hopefully they fixed all that in the demo, or from the demo. Now I have a fish that shoots bubbles. So the general premise, or the general appeal of these sorts of games, if you're not familiar, is that every single run is going to be a little bit different. If you're familiar with my channel, or you're familiar with kind of roguelikes in general, the concept is basically that you run through this procedurally generated dungeon. You're going to be fighting bosses. I don't know if this is it, Chief, because he's a shotgun guy, and all of my shots are bubbles. This is a very interesting gun, I'm not gonna lie. You run through this procedurally generated dungeon, picking up different assets, whether that's money, whether that's, I'm gonna get destroyed by El Monstero over here. Different assets, whether that's money, whether that's these eggs, whether that's these guns, or various synergies. I'm gonna get destroyed in the tutorial. I should have gotten killed. I should not be alive. All right, we'll be better. We'll do better. The other thing, this gun is miserably bad, by the way, or at least miserably unusable. And so you'll pick up things like this, for example, Strange Mask, which will add extra bullets per shot and a shield. And so the idea is that no, we're restarting this run. That's not a viable level 1. Let's do it from the start. Let's do a run from kind of the get-go. How can I kill you? Back to the bar. And so the general premise of this game, or the general concept, kind of the appeal, it looks like you can switch difficulty as well, which I thought I was going to need. You can dance as of all popular games. It's very, very important. And if you pick it up early, I should add, you can get the DLC, which will give you 2 extra characters. We're just going to stick with Master Wade right now. The statue is broken. And so the appeal of these sorts of games is to kind of build up all these different synergies and see what sorts of combos you can create. That's a store, but we don't have any money. So we're going to start a run from scratch. Jumping is on the left trigger, which one of the things that I was kind of frustrated about in the beginning. Yeah, I can remap controls. Okay, that's very cool. So I'm going to do that between the first and second episode. One of the things I was frustrated in from the demo was you weren't able to remap controls. And the other thing is that I feel as if it would do really, really well with some sort of dodge mechanic. Oh, I left a coin. Thank you. A dodge mechanic of some sort, whether that be... No. Get out of here. Whether that be like a roll or like a way to duck. because it feels sometimes like you're being penalized for positioning in a way that is, I don't know what I just did. I think I just jumped into that guy. It feels like you're being punished for positioning in a way that isn't quite fair. But I understand that that's kind of a niche complaint, and I'm sure that people felt that way about things like Gungeon at first too, and then you kind of get used to it after a little bit. Is it worth blowing a bomb to get however much gold that is? I don't think it is yet. That was another one of my complaints, is that sometimes the procedural generation makes you make decisions that I don't feel are very not difficult, but they're like, it's kind of like there's either a good answer or there isn't. It's not necessarily going to be a super difficult, not necessarily like a super obvious or very difficult choice. Sometimes it was, I should restate this. Sometimes, my brain's all fried. Sometimes it would put you in situations where you very obviously should do one thing. And I think that came down to the way that the procedural generation was based, just because it would, pop a map up that has a coin hidden behind an explosive barrel, and you're like, well, I don't want one copper for an explosive grenade or whatever it is I might be using. Do we want to go in here? Not yet. I think we farm out the rest of the room just to see if we can get a gun or something. Also, these 4 coins, very nice, very nice. And so you traverse around the map, first by your feet, but also by this teleporting mechanic right here. See, that's another location where I could waste a grenade to pop that, but I don't really think it's worth it. Like, that doesn't really seem like a good trade-off. So the other piece of information that I should point out is that this is available to be played by controller. This is available to be played by mouse and keyboard. I've never played or enjoyed these sorts of games, mouse and keyboard. Even when it came to Gungeon, there were very few reasons when I would play it mouse and keyboard. It just feels better on a controller, to be honest. And for video recording purposes, it's much nicer on the ears. I would like to get in there because that means that there's probably a chest up there. Yeah, I see it up there in the corner, but I'm gonna have to take some heart damage to even get over there. So we're just gonna chill for right now. Maybe we'll find something in one of these rooms that will help us. No, get rid of your vomit bomb. Maybe we'll find something in one of these rooms that'll help us with that decision making. What is happening over there? Why are you exploding like crazy? Thank you. All right, we did not clear the room, which is, we have to clear every room before we make it out to the next one. Similar to Gungeon, if you've played that. And I think this game has been marketed as Gungeon meets like Metal Slug or something. That's a lofty title. I'm really gonna need them to prove to me that they are on the same level as Gungeon. Everyone adored Gungeon. Several hundred hours played. Even after like they were done putting out DLC and content updates, or I guess no DLC, it was just content updates really. So that's one of those things that I think it's going to be hard to make that decision right off the bat. Like of the King, so you have the King's approval, upgrade your weapons, increase bullet velocity. The other thing that this game does a little bit differently that I think is going to be what really keeps it around, or is going to contribute to its longevity, is the fact that it has do we have to pick one of these? I'll finish my thought in a second. So we can either have the magic vortex or the annoying hat. I would like to have a hat, so let's go with the annoying hat. You have a chance to drop extra crystals when you get hurt. It appears I've been put into Slytherin. So the downside to, or what's going to keep this game around, is the fact that a lot of the weapons and synergies and things like that have to be good. They have to absolutely be good. All right, so we made it through there. Looks like we're gonna have to blow a grenade. I really don't want to. Oh, I did it. That's what I was wanting not to do. So I lost a lot of health on this. And remember, I'm gonna lose one more as I go across the corner. All for a copper. Okay, we did make that jump though. That's actually kind of nice. Pro gamer move. So where am I? Wait, was there a room up there? Am I crazy? No. Why does it look as if there's a room? Oh, because there's the crystal room down bottom, and then there's this room here. Understood. Okay, so now I wish that I had any grenades, but I don't, because sometimes the game makes you make decisions that are not necessarily worth it. That's kind of frustrating. We do have 70 gold though, so we're going to be able to make some sort of crystal or make some sort of monetary decisions. Do I want sunglasses, hearts, key, or whatever the heck this bad boy is? I think we upgrade our weapon. I think that's the kind of our... Yeah. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so it shoots off a bundle of rockets. Let's just grab this heart. Shoots off a bundle of rockets and then doesn't... It takes a second to reload it. We also can go grab this heart down here. And I'm going to be playing this like fairly... I'm not going to say optimally, because obviously I could have just grabbed that heart instead of purchasing half a heart, I'm aware. But I am going to be playing this fairly kind of methodically. That's the way I usually like to play these games, checking every room, that sort of thing. If you're not into that, you're going to have sometimes a tougher time. A lot of times these games like to make you play methodically just to get kind of everything out of the floor, and sometimes you need it. What I don't know, or what I'm interested in finding out... Oh, these rockets home in, by the way. What I don't know is if these rockets will... That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Verticality. I don't know if these rockets are going to explode stone passages for me, because if these guys could replace grenades, that would actually be really sweet. And so one of the complaints I had in the demo was that all of the bosses were just a little bit too easy to kill. And so I think we are starting to get over that, because that guy right there was easier to kill than like the 4th boss in the demo. So that's actually kind of nice. I could be wrong, but in the demo, I kind of was flying through it. So I was a little bit off put by the difficulty. Trade your IQ for power, add a heart container, increase your weapon damage, but reduce your rate of fire. And I now have a massive Leela eye. Very, very cool. That feels bad. So another thing that I am mildly frustrated about, which I think will pass in time, is the fact that enemies don't pop into the level. Okay, yeah, I did that myself. I'll explain that here in a second. The enemies don't pop into the level as soon as you open up the gate. They pop in after like a short little delay, and with no kind of like demonstration of how long it'll take for them to pop in. In Gungeon, there was kind of an indicator that was like, oh, an enemy will be here in 0.5 seconds or whatever. So this bad boy right here, if you notice, it was purple before I shot it. I could have opened it with crystals, but I did not, because I accidentally shot it first. And so once it's been shot, it will... I can't get up there yet. Once it's been shot, it turns red, and then I think you can pay with blood or something. I never really figured that out. I didn't put in a ton of time into the demo just because I wanted to make sure that I was coming into it relatively fresh here. Let's do 5 coins. That's doable. We have 11 left. Dang it, the watermelon. It's gonna get you. I'm gonna step away from it just in case it like explodes or something. We have one more roll of the dice. I'm a gambling man. Let's do it. Not that gambling of a man, apparently. All right, onward we go. We didn't make it past that wall. That's kind of a cool concept. I like that. Whoa, the teddy bear shoots a laser. This gun's not bad. The homing is nice, because that just saved me. So let's just try to make sure we... Oh my gosh, he's so quick. Just try to make sure we get these shots out. Very cool. So we are making progress, but we are losing hearts at kind of an alarming rate. I would not be super happy about it if I were... Oh, that's a spirit heart. That's nice. Nice little shield for us. Okay, so we do blow up explosive panels, or those stone panels. That's actually... what? He was caught in the fog. That was a little frustrating, but that's fine. I understand it. And we got a rocket. Rocket mod. There's a chance you'll fire a heat-seeking rocket. Well, let me tell you what we've kind of already got going on here. Nope. Nailed it. The eggs, if you're wondering why myself, what? Oh, I can hurt myself with my own rockets? Ooh, that's gonna be difficult to figure out. Okay. Sam, God of Screens. I get it. So, if you're wondering why I have an egg following me... Oh, they come back. They come back. If you're wondering why I have an egg following me, one of the mechanics in this game is that you... I don't think I want to be standing next to those guys. One of the mechanics is that you pick up these eggs and you kind of carry them with you, and after you clear enough rooms, they hatch into varying little buddies that follow you around. No, I do not want to be near here. Okay, well, first blood, we got an achievement. So that's going to be the first run of Neon Abyss. I am going to check out some of the stuff. So it looks like there's going to be a tech tree. That's the kind of thing that's going to keep these games interesting for a long time, and also kind of a symbol of the roguelike genre, if you will. So very cool. I also really enjoy down in the bottom right that they have a quick restart button built in. So that's going to be kind of nice. I think we picked up one of these whenever we killed a boss. So it looks like we're not going to have enough to make it to the second round, but we are going to get at least some progress. And I think that's going to do it for a first look video. If you're interested in Neon Abyss, it is $20 on the Steam store. It's $20 on the Nintendo eShop. I'm not sure exactly what the Xbox version is going to be, but it is going to be on PS4 and Xbox as well, mouse and keyboard, all that good stuff. I recommend checking it out. I think it's going to be one of those that unveils itself to us a little bit more with the content that the devs put out and any sort of like patches that they decide to have. This was developed by Vivo Games. I'm not familiar with anything that they have. I know they had a game listed on their Twitter page. It was another kind of platform shooter. And then it was published by Team 17, who has put out Overcooked, Golf with Your Friends, Worms, a couple of other, My Time at Porsche, I think was by them, a couple of other well-received indie games. So it seems like they saw something in Neon Abyss and they decided to kind of run with it. I'm already getting Shrek in the second round here. Let's pop that over. Yeah, we got an egg. That's good eats. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for watching. If you are interested in this game or you're interested in this video, check this out. I'm going to do a lot more Neon Abyss content on this channel, at least until we feel like we've run its course. And that's all I got. So thank you very much. My name is Fly Penguin, and I'll see you in the next one.